Hello, everybody. What's going on?
We've already got one broadcaster
Hi.
Hi.
banned today, so let's not get another one banned today.
I feel like I missed something.
Oh, yeah, just whatever you do, don't bring your stream in the bathroom. Let's just.
Oh. Easy.
One might say that's disrespectful.
It could be. It
To my
very well
plumber?
could.
More like to your doctor.
Oh, hey, stream, do you think this is malignant?
Oh, Lord, no, please, not like this.
That was a great way to start.
Hey, right out of the gate, thank you so much, Deathclaw, for the 5 subs. Much appreciated, bud.
Hold on. Oh no, I think I have an ear malfunction.
Oh, no.
That's the last thing we want to have is an ear malfunction.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still a little riled up from Dead Space.
I noticed.
It kind of fucked me up, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Dead Space 2 is definitely a mindfuck, dude.
You mean getting a javelin through your eye? No, it's fine.
Oh,
wait, which time?
The one where your head blew up at the end and you were screaming, no!
Yeah,
Yeah, the entirety of Dead Space 2 is a lot more fucked up than in like the mental setting than 1, in my opinion.
And 3 is a far cry from 1 and 2.
Not unless you play Carter. Carter is actually.
I think it's because every time I played it, I've done it in co-op. So it's like every psychological thing has been removed from the game because your friend is glitched into the wall.
You need to play as the co-op partner.
It's going a little hard right now. We've got Fear Parable subbing in 5, and now Phelan of Light subbing in 5.
Dude,
So-
all the rerolls.
Yeah,
Hog.
you guys definitely have 3
Yeah.
right out the gate. So that's kind of awesome. Enjoy all the emotes, guys. You're officially part of the Bub Club. You sexy Bub subscribers. So, tonight, we may be having some people that have to step away for various reasons, but we'll be handling the events of tonight's game. So, how's it going? How are you guys? How are you feeling? First off,
I mean,
Feeling good.
I have no kids in my house, so that's
Feeling
pretty
great.
and Turbo subbing in the last 10. We're
I'm feeling like Wati is my
Everyone that
old.
worried about tonight? Jesus.
and
Do they know something we don't? Or like every time I see that at the beginning, I'm paranoid as fuck.
an anonymous gifter is also gifting 5 tier 1 subs.
Hog.
I love it says anonymous and then Turbo's name finally loads up.
Everybody in the chat sub.
What is going on?
Are we just like ruining Bub? Is that what's going on?
I mean, I'm all about it.
Same.
I'm not.
Fucking sucks to be you. This is not a democracy.
Well,
Holy crap!
what the fuck is going on?
Enjoy it, my friend.
Chat, you know the rules. Bury him.
Yeah.
What did I even start with? I don't even know what's going on.
Attack by zombie minions.
So what
Dude,
you're
this
telling
is-
me is we get infinite rerolls every session from now on?
Yeah.
This should be what happens every time someone beats a game on Twitch.
Turbo get the 10. I had. Oh my
I
god.
would change my entire fucking stream.
Yep.
You guys do know you can only give us 5, right?
Yes. They should be well aware
Playing
of that.
Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I can just quickly get a bunch of subs today.
Turbo says. Yeah. No shit. Turbo says JDScientize. Don't tell me that I have to bury him. And Deathclaw says Turbo gifted 10, so I had to as well.
Oh, I see. Whatever you do, don't give 10 subs to Kaoiji right now.
Matchy
Don't.
match.
I'm not even
Whatever
lying.
you
I like this game.
Phelan donates $10. You think we wouldn't find out? Happy birthday, bub. It's
Wait, what?
it's definitely not my birthday.
It's
What
not
the
even
fuck? No, it's your birthday. I disagree. Now it's your birthday. June 11th is now Bub's birthday, and happy birthday, Bubs. Someone, is there like a treat stream that allows me to send a stripper just asking for a friend?
That's a treat.
Just asking for a friend.
Where do you find that on the website? Like,
Sending candy.
Right,
it's
exactly.
like Taco Bell, Papa John's, stripper.
Hey, I don't know what you have in your Grubhub. I got nothing. There might be some good grub in your hub. I got nothing.
I don't know if I'd get strippers from where I'm from.
Oh, no,
I don't
that's
know
the
if
best
I would get
strippers.
strippers from Taco Bell.
No, I think that they were mutually exclusive, but really, why not both?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to eat either.
They could. Well, that's true.
Do you get kicked out if you eat both?
Yeah.
I might wash my mouth out after that,
Yeah,
depending on where you
that's-
get them from.
You're gonna need
Jesus.
some IV antibiotics. after
Where
this.
I come from, it's good home cooking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's Canada though. Canada's different.
Why is it-
Holy fuck! Oh my god! I've only ever seen this happen one other time.
I told him to bury you.
Holy guaca! Look at his face!
Jesus Christ.
Everyone in chat.
Stripper.
Everyone
Oh.
subbed in. Well, it's
Is it-
random.
Yeah, now it's going back to his follow list.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
it goes back to the beginning of your follow list and then
Oh
goes
shit!
down.
Really? Because I've never had 100 bomb, and I've only ever seen one before, and it was in a channel that had like 800 people watching, so there was
It's-
definitely room. for
Holy.
I've only seen
Crap.
one prior as well, and it was from Turbo.
Yeah, it's been a while since
I
I've
always, yeah.
I've been on the receiving end multiple times at this point, and yeah,
Yeah, I've never seen it in my channel. Well, I always joke, like, don't do it because my lights will go off for an hour.
I had to turn it off. Some guy gifted 200 and I had to turn it off.
Really? Oh, that's so generous.
It was like on Christmas or something. It was
Oh.
crazy.
yeah, I'm never gonna see that shit again. But that shit's
Yeah,
crazy when it happens,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't have to, my community.
This-
I actively tell my community not to do that, just because. I mean, not like listen to me, but the mom in me is like, please don't fucking do that.
Well,
Bob's broken. Would you like to leave a message?
I mean, we could do it again.
no.
Hey, everyone
no.
who just got a gift sub, if you go up top where it says where the subscribe button is, you can continue your gift sub, and that will also spam Bub. So just as an FYI, if you want
Yeah.
to take more
Just
of
for
his,
science.
yeah, if you want to take more of his voice away,
Uh,
and
So
for
that
just
means-
$4.99, you get 2 months of subs now for you.
So this rolls over, right? So this is re-rolls for the next 10, 20 sessions.
man, someone lied to you.
Wasn't me, I swear. Definitely didn't make anything good off of that transaction.
I mean, I'm still very okay with breaking him though.
The,
Yeah, that I don't. He doesn't look totally broken.
the
I'm just
bit
saying.
boss was beaten quite a few times. I'm just gonna go ahead and give everybody a bunch of rep. If you're watching, you're gonna see an influx of that.
That dude's dead.
That dude's dead.
He
That
did.
dude has died.
He did.
So
Rep
it
horse.
was pretty big.
Broke
I'm
the
just-
bot. I don't even know how much rep I have.
The bot's still trying.
No, it's trying.
The bot's
No.
like, no,
But yeah, bot's like, hold on, I can only take so much.
no. I
It's
just
over.
ran like a half.
It's overstimulated.
It is a little
You
bit.
might need a towel for that.
Oh.
Jesus.
Wow. Thank you so much, Turbo and Deathclaw and Phelan and Fear and everybody that gifted subs in. That's bonkers. I was not expecting that. So thank you so much. Now my mouth is actually really dry. I think I'm breathing only through my mouth at this point.
Wait, isn't that how everybody breathes?
No,
No.
Oh,
no,
awkward.
no. It is
So
not.
awkward.
Well, there we go. Everybody just got 5,000 rep.
Nice.
So that's substantial. It just means that everybody will have more of an opportunity to put things in the game now. So that's kind of awesome. So just ignore the bot for a little while. He's gonna go ham with announcements, but I need someone to recap. I'm a little verklempt over here.
We did a lot of talking.
You did. You guys did a tremendous amount of talking. What did you guys talk about?
Your sub count?
Stuff.
Oh,
and
that's
things,
Yeah.
stuff.
You need to walk around a little bit or put your hands on your head and breathe.
I'm all right. All right.
I can give you a bath rub. It's only a 2-hour drive.
Not in the bathroom. You can't record that.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
don't. Like I said, yeah.
God damn.
Not even if you're a doctor.
Not even.
I still love this.
Boy. Okay. Ranson, thank you for the sub to the name that I didn't quite catch because my chat is going fairly quickly. Dirty Benny.
I know Dirty Benny.
I don't know Dirty
No,
Benny.
I don't really know Dirty Benny.
Has it just begun? Yeah, like it just started, and then the chat's gonna continue this, and I'm all about this.
It rained. It rained, and that's okay. I like a little rain. Yeah.
Purple rain.
This episode was brought to you by
Make it
BenBreaks.net.
so-
I love it.
I had to do it before Kaoiji did.
Okay. All right. So
I have him on fucking BNet.
Who?
Chocolate Rain. Tastes
Oh,
like
really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
followed me on Twitter and then as a group follow and then unfollowed a bunch of people to get followers and I was like,
Yeah.
I see you. Your song's shit.
Damn. Drops mic.
Oh, damn. Perfect.
There's actually a lot of famous people that do that, and it's crazy. Like professional athletes and singers and shit, they all do that.
Oh,
raw
they
ad
hire.
revenue.
Yeah, they hire a managing company that will go in and just mass follow absolutely everybody.
I'm doing it. No shame. Fuck it.
Well, it works for a lot of people. When you see one guy have 62 million followers and then he only follows 333,
Uh-huh.
that's the guy. So, yes, you did talk a lot last week. There were a lot of things that were uncovered, but we were still sort of bouncing back from your previous stint. And
like Abasi being absolutely paranoid.
completely so.
So many good reasons. Also, nobody gonna point out that Abasi dug a secret entrance into the necropolis, and no one's talked about it yet.
Because why would we?
We're not supposed to talk about it. Well, how could we talk to you about it when you left us in the fucking desert?
Well, you're dead. It's really just
I'm
between.
not dead.
We're fondling something in
I'm
a
flying on
world.
this Sphinx like Falcor.
Guaranteed, he's died between here and there.
If I did die, it was a glorious death.
A glorious death indeed.
Bet I can hang on to your underside.
I can fly twice as high.
Yes, it. Well, I mean, we don't technically know if that character survived or not. I mean, it's likely that he did.
I'm gonna rewrite that song to have Zanjafar in it. Zanjafar in the sky, I can fly twice as high. I'm sorry.
I want to hear it now. Don't let me down.
Oh, dude, I'll put it to music like right now.
Get us that remix, boy.
I have a guitar right there.
Gonna be my new sub notifier.
I'll even put
Perfect.
reverb with it.
Could have heard it 130 times.
I'm better now. I'm better.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good, actually. Feels good, man. Thank you so much, Turbo, and everybody else for the subs. I appreciate it. Yes, Abasi was very paranoid. He had reasons to be extremely paranoid, but I don't necessarily know how far that may have gone. What reasons specifically can you guys recall? Be it Abasi that says so, or not? Why all of a sudden so paranoid?
Assassins, Sphinx, the undead. There's a lot of things trying to kill him at one time.
He's more afraid of his father knowing that we're back.
And the pook. And
Zero defense against any of that shit. We've been attacked at night like 4 times.
Yeah, people just walk into our room like it's nothing.
And then
Yeah.
we had a giant Tengu.
Which
go
Farhan,
and,
I believe, needs. I mean, I'm a little like, hey, Farhan.
Yeah, what are we getting, Farhan? We're paying you for shit tons of fucking staying time at one point, and we have had our room broken into every fucking night we've stayed here.
what do you want to do? Throw up a net? It's not going to stop
fair.
the witch.
To be completely fair, if it were anything but the Tengu that's been in our room twice, they probably would have fallen through. So that's that too.
Yeah, that's extremely fair.
Like that the Ninja Turtles movie where they like fight upstairs and then they fall through the floor. Is that what we're talking about?
It's just a lattice roof, so
I don't know. I haven't watched Ninja Turtles since 1992.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
That is a specific.
All
How
right.
do you recall that? Impressive memory, sir.
I know people that would immediately get that. I'm not one of them.
No, see, I have a whole big hole in my pop culture because of college. I was very drunk.
there's a non-sub in chat.
Yeah, I watch that movie at least once a year.
Which one? There's like 4 Turtles movies now. 5
The
even.
original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the first live
the
action.
very first. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I know what scene.
Yeah, where they're like Raph's upstairs, like
yeah.
huffing around, then he gets beat up, and then he comes through the ceiling, then they go through the ceiling again, or
Yep.
they go through the second floor.
They do the classic like look at each other before they fall through. Yeah.
They have the nunchuck scene where he like spins it on his finger. A fellow
Cricket.
chucker, eh?
Yeah. Cricket. You got to know what a crumpet is before you get on a cricket. It's my favorite line. Casey Jones' best character.
Wise men always say, forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Damn. He's laying it on hard tonight. All right.
Hard.
Master
Wild
Splinter.
fumbling over words.
That's right.
Anyway, so
It's true.
Let's start with one thing, and you guys can go on a tangent about it, okay?
Sure, we can put this on Blacklight real quick. Tell us about the Tengu that was like, "Yo, bro,
Yeah, what's that about?
you abandoned us."
you guys kind of got a front row seat to some Coven drama theater where there was just a sudden like challenge at Pilakka from this organization that none of you, including Pilakka, knew existed. And now Pilakka finds herself challenged, her life threatened. There most certainly will be threats coming for her. She has not shared any of this with the party, so she's just kind of keeping an eye out for now. She will probably have to warn them at some point because this is something that needs to be solved, or we're all gonna die.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be wild to say the least. What can, aside from Blacklight, can anybody recall the name of the coven?
blood something.
Feather, blood,
Oh,
feather.
please.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because I was like, it was originally black feather, but I can't remember what it was. He goes blood, and I'm like, he got half. I can do the rest.
Coven of the Blood Feather.
Coven of the Blood Feather.
Yeah, it
Yep.
was Ren Jakal was the thing that she said.
I didn't write that down.
She enacted an act here. It's an act known as Rem Jakal. What is Rem Jakal, Pilakka?
Rem Jakal is an invocation of a ritual that challenges the matron of a coven for the leadership. It doesn't necessarily denote the leader. Like, we kind of assume that they have somebody picked to succeed her, but what it means is that she needs to do a mysterious something in order to reaffirm her position as the matron and as the leader, sort of the alpha witch,
Right.
And meanwhile, the entire coven is allowed to make attempts at her life.
Yeah.
They invoke this by, I believe, throwing a broken piece of her familiar, which I believe was the bone, right? Because they kept his finger.
Yes, they did.
Right. So
Yeah. I'm actually really glad that you picked up on that. I was a little surprised because most of the others were just like light bird bones. It's not a very heavy piece, but this was a little thicker. I can imagine that birds' bones are nearly non-existent, but when you look at the finger of a raccoon, it's probably substantially larger to a degree.
yeah, it's mammal versus bird, sure. Who knows where bird folk fall, but
Rem Jakal is just that. It's a major ritual, and it is typically depicted in a series of 3 quests, more or less. It's a 3-part ritual that you have to succeed in. This is going to come to the table much sooner than I think most people expect, largely because we will see it testing your allies as well. I'm not really sure how you technically feel about the rest of your allies up to this point, but you may see some utility in them, some more than others, for sure. The 3-part quest. Would you mind sharing that now, or would you want to save that for later?
I think we should save that.
Okay.
Something Pilakka can reveal in character.
Sure. How about the coven structure?
The coven structure is, what you really need to know about it is that the person who directly challenged Pilakka is most likely one of her successors, or her hopeful successor, because there's only going to be anywhere from like 1 to maybe 4 of these, which are like the understudy and direct report to the matron.
Yeah.
The sort of like right wing men or women, and the rest of the coven is not really important, but there are probably a lot of witches out there that could potentially come for us. This could potentially, like, Pilakka doesn't remember these people, but there could potentially be hundreds of these. Actually,
could be,
I think
yeah.
I can roll for that.
There were a series. Essentially, it was like a hierarchy, right? Like we have Bitakk at the top, and then immediately under there were the assistants to the head matron, which is the Prezak. Going down further, when you reach the stage of fully fledged witch. What is that called?
Sorry, I'm pulling it up right now. I don't
Sure.
remember what I wrote.
Sure.
It is
So there's Bitakk, Prezak, and then when you reach full-fledged witchdom.
Nerak.
Correct. Beneath that, you have the initiates, which is...
Kradok.
And below that is acolytes, which are technically not Tengu. They're those that work in tandem with the coven, but are not of their actual coven, and they're essentially just referred to as acolytes. So yeah, it's a little much, but Pilakka sitting here at the top, never really fully knowing that she was leading a coven. She just kind of did her own thing, at least as far as we are aware. But things will come out sooner before later, and this information will make itself known. We'll see exactly how far this goes, though. But this, again, is known as Remjakal.
Probably a much larger immediate danger to us than anybody's acknowledged.
Yes, it is. It's actually a substantial amount of danger, I believe.
Well, if one of us were to turn around and just decapitate you, wouldn't the danger go away?
I actually do have a reason for why that might not be the easy way out for you guys. I'm not going to reveal it out of character, but
I wonder if I'm trying to think of the fastest way to turn off these alerts, the audio, because
Skip it.
it's just wowing something fierce.
Do you use Streamlabs or do you use Stream Elements?
Are you? Yeah, I think do your alerts go through your Deepbot?
I'm running it. It's all running through Streamlabs.
You just skip alert.
Yeah,
If you have the thing open, like the stream labels thing open,
Mm-hmm.
you just hit skip alert. Just skip them all.
Perfect. It is. I wonder if I do that. I wonder if that mutes it. Wow, there is a mute function directly on the Streamlabs.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, perfect, wonderful. Okay, yes, all right. So that's right out of the gate. We've got everything that was dealing specifically with Pilakka. Abasi is petrified of, well, many things. What is the most prominent threat to Abasi at the moment?
His complete lack of armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing most dangerous to him right now is that his armor is held on with fucking tape and dreams.
Spaghetti straps.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a summer outfit.
Casual. It's
It's
cast
a
fry.
skirt, not a dress.
It's adventure casual.
So not only do you not really have very good armor, you're also kind of lacking in the weapons department, right? Like you don't really have anything that's as good as what you had found, especially since it was recollected.
Yeah, my original Kopesh is the same, minus the fact that it isn't masterwork. So it'll get a job done. It's just not magical, special, or we're dealing with gods, the undead, a lot of assassins, an army of witches, possibly an angry slaver as we've stolen his goblin. But there's a lot of people that I'm sure are going to come down hard on us here shortly.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but you'll have an opportunity to to gather your belongings, buy whatever you need, at least as whatever you can afford up to this point.
But this is why Abasi's trying his best to make friends. This is why he wanted to let Farhan in on things. This is why he wants to go talk to the High Priestess. Everyone wants to kill him. He needs somebody who wants to not kill him.
Sure. And what makes you think that the High Priestess is going to be allied to you?
Because she made a request of us before we went in. And Abasi did everything he could to not disturb them while he was there. And then he found a sigil of Pharasma, and he has the funerary mask of Akentepe. And the only person he can think of who could tell him anything about that funerary mask and what the hell happened would be Pharasma's High Priestesses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a safe assumption. Okay. So you wish to see the High Priestess of Pharasma. Do you recall her name?
No, this is too far back for me.
Okay. Does anybody else remember her name?
I don't think we ever heard her name.
No, we did.
We did, yeah.
You guys were definitely given a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't remember.
Yeah, that's way back.
I have that right here. She's amidst one of the first few entries in the book. Her name is Seti the Crocodile.
Ah, that's right.
Yes, Seti. Okay, knowing that you want to speak to Seti, knowing that you want to buy some equipment, you also had some other goals, things that you guys wanted to do, but it ended up bringing you into a conversation with the proprietor of the Tooth and Hookah. It was a series of lies, attempts at covering up certain information, before he essentially came to an agreement with you. He offered to help. What is this agreement, however?
We have to buy out the Tooth and Hookah for our room anyway for another month.
Yeah, you do. You have to pay out the Tooth and Hookah for another month for the entire, basically the entire upper floor for that area. Which might, I mean, do you guys really think he might be kind of pulling one over on you? Is he robbing you here, or is he kind of offering you a deal? What do you expect?
I think he's a greedy twat, but as Captain Jack Sparrow said, it's the dishonest ones you can always trust. I know what he wants. It's money.
He's like
Sure.
the most honest guy we've met. What are you talking about?
Really?
And he's done everything for money.
Realistically, that's a lot of his focus is that he's trying to make money. So as far as pulling one over for us, no, he's just a businessman.
He's a small.
We know what he's up to because he's looking for money. So I can trust him because I know what he's about.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. That's honesty, baby.
Do you think he's so willing to potentially, throw you under the bus
Yes.
for money?
I wouldn't put it past him.
Right now, we haven't built enough camaraderie for him to not bounce us under the bus.
I
We're
feel
not
like
worth enough.
I feel like he's
Honestly,
also one of those.
it's
He's
Sorry.
one of those people where a prior arrangement will be his focus. Anything that's new would very well matter on the price and what's being done. Like if it said, "Yeah, we need you to kill these guys in their sleep, and we'll pay you 500 gold," it would probably be a no.
Yeah, I don't think he's the kind of guy to sell somebody out for murder. I think he wants that kind of stuff away from his business. He respects the dead. He's like a religious man. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think that he could be enticed with a good enough and benign enough sounding offer.
We also found out that he's a former adventurer, so there's a lot of respect there just in terms of whether or not he'd actually kill us being adventurers ourselves.
And just how casually as he ripped that board out of the ground with the weapon, I'm willing to bet he's a higher level than we are right now.
I think it's worth noting at the same time that he met Abasi's father. And do you think that Abasi's father was super quiet about Pamet in Wati at the time?
No, but Dad also knew exactly where to find us, and I don't know who gave him that information yet. Maybe he saw it, maybe he learned it somewhere else, but I don't know how he knew where we were.
That's a good amount of paranoia, honestly. That's the kind of thing that keeps your character alive. Go ahead. What you got?
I said he was honest, not loyal. He has absolutely no reason to be loyal to us. We've actually been total shitbags to him. So
I said, we need to build camaraderie before he'd be willing to do stuff above and beyond for us. Right now, we know he's fueled by money, and we're not friends enough with him to get a higher rep reward.
Yeah,
I think
you bought him.
the worst part is the rest of you have been real dicks to him. Donkor has been like, I'll put money on the table.
I've been nice to him.
Neferani's been good.
That's true.
Ronan
Neferani
is
even played.
I don't want to talk about it.
Ronan is a hazard.
He's still new.
He's a hazard, and I just want to be clear here. Farhan does not buy into this ugly, burned, scorched pommet deal, especially since in the heat of the moment, Pilakka definitely called him a goblin.
Crap. He doesn't know what that is. Maybe it's a slur.
I don't know. He's an adventurer. He might have seen one on his adventures.
Abasi has never lied to him, and I have yet to do property damage.
True enough. You've done no property damage.
And neither of those is true of Pilakka.
I think,
or the goblin.
Is that so?
The worst part is like for Abasi, Farhan was like, I really don't want anything to do with this, but you need to be. I don't want anything to do with this.
I'm still kind of stuck on the Pilakka also abstaining from doing any damage at all. God forbid you see the room of Pilakka at this point.
I have a plan, by the way.
Oh, is it an illusion you're going to cast over your room and pray to God?
And just become a statue.
I'm going to try to weave a permanent illusion so that it looks like a tiny room, exactly like the other ones.
That might work out. I mean, if you are the caster of your own glamour, then you should be able to see through it with relative ease. But another person would struggle, based on their save, of course. So yeah, this could be good. It could be sound.
I don't know if I need a specific spell for that. It's going to be up to you.
What's happening with Ronan right now?
He's trying to learn how to operate in with normal citizens. I mean, he's kind of only been around goblins when he was younger, and then he's just been in the pits. So it's pretty much like learning how to function as a normal citizen, I guess. I don't mean to be redundant.
Sure, he's been in the pits for a while, but he has seen the civilized lot, right? He does have some experience with them.
He does have some experience with civilized life, and he really wants to be a part of that. He really wants to try to operate. It's just I'm not exactly the most charismatic character in the whole campaign.
Okay, that's fair.
So to communicate that I want to be somebody, an adventurer like them, and take advantage of this opportunity is going to be hard to communicate without coming off like really awkward and creepy next door neighbor that walks around in bathrobes, that kind of thing.
Okay. By Turbo. Got it. Got to write things down. So you still have some other things you need to tackle, like the Pook, like the Consortium.
We also have to, I forget the name off the top of my head. We have to go to the mercantile area to go meet the new person that Abasi was asking for.
Yes.
To find out more about the mask before we went to the High Priestess.
Yeah, and what is that figure's name as well? What area are you actually going to?
We know that we were going to the mercantile, like textile mercantile. I forget entirely how it goes, but
we wanted to go shopping.
It was given a name. They actually say this particular place that you're going to. Yeah, it has a name.
The mall.
That's actually not that far off. When you go to this area, people say they're going on the Mend.
The Mend.
Yeah,
Mender's Row.
It's Mender's Row. That's right. That's exactly right. It's
I had it all written down, but I've lost everything when the computer went. I don't know where that text file went, so sure. I'm reassembling my notes.
Mm-hmm. And the person that you're going to see. Any ideas?
Sorry, I don't remember the name.
We're following that dude, and then he power walked away from us.
Oh, though this was particularly the person that you're supposed to be seeking out in Mender's Row.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
Oman Kotem. It's OHMUN KOTEM. We'll probably put that in the Discord as people you should probably know.
Oh,
yeah, we could have a channel for NPCs.
That's safe. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
safe.
I haven't just been making notes in the game notes section. Not at all.
Well, I meant like just list the NPCs and we can give them like an emoji and everything.
Oh, there we go.
And I can pin them, or we can pin them because I need to give everybody access.
Perfect.
God damn it, JD, I saw that one.
Perfect. Yeah, you did see someone. You saw someone outside, and they started power walking.
And they
Get out
went
of there.
towards the
We all know that power walking is illegal.
That's exactly right. You can't do that.
Sir,
What's he?
sir.
So we sent our goblin to kill him.
Wait, I don't remember that from last episode. Hold on.
Fucking retcons.
He's trying to get me killed again. So do you want to bring up a new character sheet?
Okay, yeah. So the new goblin is an axe instead of a sword.
Yeah, I need to change my weapon out. We never did that.
That's easy enough. Not really a
No,
problem.
I know.
We also never deciphered
Isn't it just
what
a
gold
D-
we actually have right now.
I think it's a D10, right?
Your
I was
weapon?
supposed to get a special weapon because I was poor.
No, you weren't supposed to get really anything because you're a slave.
Yeah, but I won a bunch of battles, so they gave me a nice sword.
Yeah, they
But
didn't
he
give you a
wants
broken
one.
sword. They gave you a regular weak ass sword that wasn't broken. They're like, here you
Wow.
go. Gobble.
You went from grays to whites, bitch.
Can I at least have a green item?
No,
I mean, you can dream, right?
you can try.
Wow.
You can.
You are green. That's where you wasted your colors.
Oh,
Wow.
You get a chest, and Bubble roll a 1 to 1,000, like a 1,000 sided die, and if
Yeah.
you hit the exact number he thinks of, you can have a green.
I will do this right now.
But we
What
already
happens if
opened
I
the
don't hit
chest,
it?
and the only green in it was his tiny,
Don't-
scrawny ass.
Right. If not, you have to go back in the chest. Every other.
I'm okay with. I might be safer in the chest. There's birds coming through the fucking ceiling. They might
Yeah.
carry me off.
Wish he was wrong, but he's not.
so in all of this, we really have two people that kind of remain with the least amount of outside threats. We have Neferani, and we have Donkor.
Neferani's cursed by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to
Can I
bring the
not-
elf army down on us, too. you check.
I got my own stone this week.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I
Perfect.
got dice, but now I'll just use it as that. I'd like it gone.
That can actually happen. You
The
should be able to, so long as you guys have the money for it. Like, you're going to be getting paid when you see the consortium. You'll also be able to sell all of the things that you've collected. Not necessarily sure if you want to go back down into the depths of the tomb. Could be worth it.
And I left a door open for that.
Yeah.
I even marked it.
Okay, I was gonna say, did you mark the door?
Yeah, I left one of my spears in the sand after we covered it with the tarp or the canvas, and then we covered that with sand, and I put the spear in the ground and I ran away. That's the last thing I did before the swing showed up.
I thought your idea was marking was taking the map and just putting an X.
Yeah, well, the other important thing I think we should probably do is we should read the ancient Osirian battle plans before we hand them over.
Didn't we? Pilakka already did.
Did she? I don't remember that.
The second we found them, yeah.
Okay, it was all about knowledge. I remember
Yeah,
that.
supposedly, like as soon as we saw everything, Pilakka was like, "Give it here, give it here."
Yeah, and then
Okay.
that's how we figured out what everything was she read it all.
Oh,
Now,
that's right.
Most
Yeah,
importantly,
yeah.
did we determine what Ryu's previous character left with?
Boobs in his hand.
Well, we did determine that he left with some of the battle plans.
He did.
I had some of the stuff. Hold on, I can tell you. Maybe.
More than I am comfortable with.
Yeah, because I handed it to somebody.
The only
He-
thing that he didn't leave with is all the bags of gold and platinum.
Yeah.
No,
think he
I
has
had
every
gold on
single
me,
piece
though.
of paper.
Well, not from our initial findings because we found it twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Yes, you are.
Yeah, whereas-
Abasi has this as the 2 bags of gold, and I still have a gold.
I've got the gold. You've got the original battle plans we found at the mural of the city,
Mhm.
and he's got the battle plans we found in the chest.
Right. He's basically got Akentepe's battle plans.
Yeah, I have the memos, speeches, ledgers, and private contacts.
And
Is
we
it
have the
li-
battle plans. Okay.
And is Abasi still carrying all of our platinum?
No.
I think
I didn't have the
Donkor has
platinum.
it?
No, I have the
Yeah,
platinum.
Donkor's platinum.
Oh.
I have the bags of gold
Okay.
from the first room.
That's what it is. Okay.
Will
Yep.
always be sung like Trogdor, so just FYI.
Donkor!
Donkor! Donkor was a man. You
Am I
Not anymore.
out?
monster man. No, he was just an alligator. No, he was just Donkor.
Perfect. I love it.
I like this.
So everybody has plans, but your first goal was to step outside, and then you began to follow after someone. We're going to start there. We're going to go right into that bizarre skit. Okay?
We actually all chose not to pursue him.
Right.
Oh,
So we were
okay.
starting. We started to, but the moment he got too far and like he was almost full sprint, we were like, yeah, we're not drawing attention to ourselves. And
That was the choice that was made.
Okay. If it was, then awesome. But you'll still have walked as far as you had gone. It's up to this point for the rest of you to decide what you're doing.
Okay, my character's gonna run back inside really quick because I think she feels like she forgot her bongos. Mostly just because I have to take care of a kid thing.
Okay.
In
Go
character
ahead.
departure.
Can she just come with us in NPC mode?
I can do that too. That's fine.
Yeah, that should be fair.
I'm as long as you don't kill me while I'm gone.
I don't plan on it.
No
Just
problem.
a little maiming.
Yeah, at
Slight
worst.
maiming.
Like,
a little maiming.
Slight maiming. It's
the,
the best.
the absolute worst.
So-
I feel bad pulling the rug out of that masterful character exit, but I don't want to split the party.
That makes sense. That's okay, though. So, the five of you continue to meander through the streets of Wati. Your target lost. You decide to refocus. It's still early enough in the day. Very early, actually. It's not anywhere near noon. You're looking at right around 7, potentially 8 in the morning. You've got lots of day left before you. What do you do?
Should
Pilakka gonna be like more jittery than normal. She's not saying anything to anybody, but she's like looking all over the place.
Sure. Can I get from Ronan, Donkor, and Abasi? Just give me a sense motive.
Oh god, it's so low for me.
I thought it showed up blank for me at first, so I thought he rolled so low. it
Luckily,
didn't
this doesn't take a lot, right? Like, it's not that hard to determine, but Pilakka is shaken. Pilakka seems to be as paranoid as Abasi at this point. You notice that the jitters in the neck and the eyes twitching, moving, and watching around. Notice the plumage, the feathers, seem to be still slightly poofed.
I am actually disguised as a human right now.
Or her grayed wig, whatever it happens to be at this point.
Hair's frazzled.
Yes, frazzled. That's right.
Abasi just looks at Black and goes, you know, you look really out of place when you do that twitchy thing as a person.
Old women have twitches all the time.
Oh, yeah, sure, if they're addicted to something creepy down by the river, but not normally.
You mean like a sphinx down by the river?
Well, that was your bad call. I told you to run. Look at me. I kept with the bird on the cloud. But now look at the bird. It's a little broken.
Must your pessimism be so great that you must mock an old woman for her twitching?
I think more so it looks like paranoia from Abasi has infected you.
Oh, what have I to be frazzled about?
Well, no, I could go break some chicken bones in front of you if you really wanted to lose your mind today.
Do not speak so frivolously of the Remjakal, which has been invoked on me. This attempt on my life is an attempt on yours as well. You've
Oh,
been
is it-
identifying as mine.
It's the first time I've been aware that it's an attempt on my life. Is it what I do? Is it a bird came in, went, oh, and then flew back out the hole?
If that is what you heard, then you are far too up your own buttocks.
Really?
It's very difficult for someone as low as me to get in there. If you'd like to have a look for me, though, by all means, I'll show you mine if you'll explain to us why we're in danger.
The Remjakal. And she's gonna kind of like look around, like we're on like a busy street.
It's not quite busy yet. It's still early enough in the day that people are just starting to come out to prep to move to the market.
Okay. Is there somewhere on the street where there really aren't a lot of people, or maybe like a shady alleyway that I can?
Yeah. There is a dusky, like tarped alley that the kids like to play down when they're allowed outside.
Okay. Are there any kids there right now?
No.
One snot-nosed brat with a ball who's giving you the dead-eyed stare.
Want to play a game?
You know what? Fuck it. It's not worth it. I don't care. He's Rimjical, isn't he?
I'm killing him.
Be a witch. We'll end him.
Roll initiative on the 4-year-old.
Our party's just a group of paranoid murder hobos. Everyone's trying to kill us.
No, we're just wanted for fun.
No, I just wanted to play a game.
The women, the children, the meat vendors, they all have to die.
Slowly but surely, you nerd circle all of Wati, and they die. And Ronan's right in the center, like, yeah, get in the pit.
Class swap. I have to leave Paladin and go to Necromancer. I'll be back.
I use Blade Storm.
Can I disconnect him from the call? Is there a way that I can do that?
At this point, it might be a bone storm, dude.
That was the line. Murdering the whole town. Totally cool. Using a WoW skill of a warrior? No.
They didn't deserve that.
They didn't deserve a
Too
blade
far.
storm.
I wanted to turn the city of sand into a city of glass.
You can spam whirlwind, but you blade storm once, I'm done with you.
You can cleave and whirlwind spam all day. No popping any CDs.
Blades of light. No!
Kid's just dead.
All that remained of that child was a bloodied ball. That is all.
I got my paladin spells back, and I just chose to hit him with the hammer of dawn.
We can see a subtle shift in Abasi's alignment. It's almost
He's raising bodies.
it's almost unnoticeable.
Yeah. Yeah, he goes from reluctant or more dogged protector of the weak to let the bodies hit the floor and night.
Yeah.
He's got a speaker on his back. He's just playing at full volume.
Abasi, protector of the people. He's just always late. So, you move off into the alley. The tarped coved alley.
The RyutheRed should not be spoken of so openly, where others can hear. It has been invoked on me as the matron of a witch's coven.
I didn't even know you were the matron of a coven. That's news.
Me neither.
What is a coven?
I didn't even know you were a witch.
A collection of witches that gather to hone their powers. They grow great, amplifying one another's abilities.
So it's like an orgy?
Of power, yes.
I have some questions about both what you did in your coven before and what you did in your fighting arena before, because they're wildly different from what I had originally pictured.
All manner of spells were ours to control. I invited them at first because they were prolific traders of information, and I could use their abilities for far greater rituals than I could on my own. But they would not leave for a time. They grew to be their own organization, adopted my name as theirs, as their rankings. I am Bitakk, which has come to mean matron. They are deceived, one and all, sought after, thirsty for power, not knowledge. And now they challenge me because I forsook the power.
How does that actually make us involved here? Why are we in danger?
Oh, simple. I identified you all as mine, and therefore, if they tried to kill me, they will kill all of you. As a matter of course, yes.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Well, you see, Donkor, now you had the choice. You could have turned me into my good old dad, and you didn't. And now you could turn her into a good old chicken dinner. But will you?
Oh, without me, you will certainly die to all of them.
Hold on. Did I just hear the bird say that she thinks we're all hers? That's adorable.
You have been quite useful so far, but more to the point, I did not think any of you would care to help me, aside from perhaps the cat. Now, you have to. I had no chance of taking them on my own. They're all...
Wait, we have a cat?
That means you're stuck with me. If I have to help fight against your coven, you're stuck fighting against me, Dad.
Well, it seems we are allied either way.
Abasi's very pleased with this.
I could have sold them out, and I didn't because it was, well, within my best interest. If keeping you alive at this point is within mine, then I see no problem with it.
Ah, good. I knew you were a reasonable one.
Well, originally, I was just for the gold. Times has changed.
Apropos of nothing, there's some really good milkshakes at that cart right over there.
Milk? That has been shaken.
It's like an oniony thing, though, because it's a local delicacy.
And not stirred.
Can we eat the birds if we kill them?
I don't see why not, but then again I do. It may have catastrophic effects on your innards. They are soaked thoroughly with magic and enchantments, and most likely their blood boils or is poison.
I've got a pretty strong stomach.
And then you are welcome to try. But I should warn all of you that I will be tested in several ways to reaffirm my leadership.
No, well, as long as it's not riddles again, I think we'll be all right.
It is a chance. I am to be tested in my mastery, my cunning, and my vision.
Do you even have any of those?
Of course.
Wow.
Not like I used to.
Wow.
Well, no, he's got a point. She's down an eye.
But she's always kind of been down an eye.
Oh, yeah, and until I met the lot of you, I have both.
Well, whatever's left of both.
This eye is not blind. It is busy. And then it Googles all over the place.
Google search, what do you do with a magic eye?
What is
the Cocoa Dwarf?
What is this green cat following me around?
Well, let me just assess this for one quick moment. So we have an angry coven, a bunch of angry pommet. Whatever used to own you, I'd imagine. And who else wants to kill us right now? The consortium and the yeah. So five.
I think the consortium really wants to kill us. And, well, as far as we prove useful to the Pook, I don't think he's really too much of a threat either. We just don't want him alive.
Well,
You also forget...
Here is, if we have so many enemies, why don't we have any friends?
We have, in our corner, a deity that styles itself a god.
Oh yeah, we
And
could be gone
Pilakka-Bitakk.
forever though. Have you seen Akentepi anywhere?
No,
We have our blessing.
I
Oh,
haven't really-
that did me a lot of good.
Well, she did call you hers.
Well, that
And
might-
what kind of godly protector are you that so doubts the power of one?
Oh, I didn't see you lean on Akentepi. You looked at us and went, "Hey, peons, get up front."
I was unconscious, I believe.
Are you sure you weren't a statue?
I mean, to
Trauma
be
does that.
honest, the only person who really understood anything was Abasi in the first place.
Oh, it's true, but I don't think I haven't noticed that flabby little asshole speaks ancient Syrian just fine.
Oh, I picked it up over a weekend or so. Some light reading.
Neferani
starting to
raises
hate
her
witches.
hand. Continues
Yes.
to raise her hand.
Funny.
Oh, I had a question. Two parts. Where are we going? Because we seem to not be going anywhere anymore. Because I had time to go get this. And then two, I have this in my hand and I can't get rid of it. And I really would like to not have to hold it, and I drop it and then it comes back to me.
Pilakka tries to take it out of her hand.
The moment that you move your hand over hers, you feel as if you grab a hold of it, and as you pinch down upon it, it just sifts through your fingers.
It makes holding this very difficult. It's not very comfortable.
I've already ascertained that it's magical in nature and cursed, right? I mean, we know it's cursed.
Yeah. She loudly slurps on her goat milk and onion milkshake.
This is in character. This is totally in character.
Well, Pilakka's trying to think. She's like,
What I'm most surprised about is the fact that place is open.
It's good. I wouldn't think it would be good. I don't know why. My breath's probably not so good. Can we... What?
For now, we should head to the marketplace. This you will have to bear a while longer.
There's probably someone that we can ask around and see whether or not they deal with enchantments of some sort. But I do agree, we do need to buy supplies. Well, he's still half naked.
Abasi's chest piece swings free and hits him in the knees again.
yeah, it'll be good.
Can we not help you? Can we tie that for you? Or, I mean, are you doing that so that we feel bad, like worse for you? Or, because it doesn't have to whack you.
Well, I could probably catch it, but at this point, I'm used to it.
Really?
Pilakka's good.
Broken for 3 days.
Pilakka's gonna reach out with her staff.
For 3 days.
She reaches out and extends her staff.
And I just like pull Abasi's armor off so that it clatters to the ground.
Abasi's standing there like this.
Thank
fucking
you, Bird.
Droopy dad bod on display.
He's just like, oh, wasn't necessary, was it?
Your rattling was drawing too much attention. Now pick it up and let us all head to the mend.
But I think the rattling of him picking it up, whatever. Anyway, we should definitely go to the market and as we make our way to the mend. So I agree.
And as we move, I'm just gonna like keep looking all over. I'm gonna be on the lookout for anybody who looks Pamet or Tengu or Witchly or
Sure.
We're racist. We have become racist. We're actually determining our enemies based on their size and stature. Are they midgets? Kill them. Are they feathered? Murder them today.
Perfect. Okay. All right,
I'm gonna keep my eye out for any kind of place that might disenchant this while we're walking.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
I also have a list of demands.
Let's.
I bet you the
boy.
Temple of
Shopping list.
Pharasma probably undo that for you.
Let's see if there's any place immediately that you might be able to find that can assist you in the removal of this cursed item. Are you going to ask around at all, or are you just going to just kind of wait it out and hope that you find someone?
Probably. I mean, there's not like signs on the outside, right? It's not like butcher, barber. Like, it's not like going to a strip mall, right? Like, it's what I basically would have to listen and look out for, or ask what you do for each of these stalls.
Depends on what the stall is. Most of the stalls
For a
that are
sign with an
mobile,
onk.
it's actually kind of similar to that. Most of the mobile stalls are like food stalls, but everything is in some fashion or another a type of onion or some kind of very raw or wild plant. But if you move deeper into like the Sunburst market, you will find that they use a various series of ways to display what it is that they offer. Some people will sell artwork, so they'll put all of their heaviest artwork outside, things that are like rock crafted or that weigh a few hundred pounds, so you can display what it is actually is artwork, but won't get lifted so quickly. He's right with the Ankh. If you're looking for some kind of medical aid, they have ways to display that via tarp. Some tarps are colored in a specific way to denote what their actions are for. But if you wanted to look for someone that might have a bit more ability, you may need to find your way into the Sanctum of Silver and Gold. That's at the north end of the market.
Would I know that? Well, could I roll for to see if I know it from living here?
You don't have to roll. It's something you would probably know.
Okay.
It's generally expensive, but they dole in magic.
Okay, and we're not heading. We are, or we're not heading in that general direction.
You are actually going to the Mend. This is Mender's Row, and Sunburst Market. While it's not very far from it, mind you, it's not quite the same area.
I got some stuff I would not mind buying at one of these more mundane cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever I don't want to pile too much stuff on you, so let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, because I need to shop mundane, so whenever that happens.
If there's anything that you guys need to like buy that's mundane-wise, and it's just right out of the book, feel free to purchase that. Just add it to your character sheet, remove the gold cost that you have. But when it comes to selling some of your more basic goods, unless you are in the market to haggle, you will generally only get about 50%. If you're going to try to haggle it and raise your prices up, it's going to come down to a series of rolls, or if you have any previous existing relationships with that particular individual. And they
Donkor, sell all of our nard!
I really just want a, I don't know how much you would price this, but it just like a mundane little like small hand broom for just kind of like dusting up with like rituals and stuff.
Sure. Very inexpensive. You're looking at maybe 2 or 3 coppers.
Okay, and I would also be on the lookout for like a leather worker, somebody who's got hides and stuff made of it.
Okay. All right, you will be able to find someone that is capable of doing that as well. Are you looking for something specifically, or are you just trying to find equipment like armor and what have you?
2 things. Leather, tiny bags.
All right.
For summoning monsters, and any like I'll buy like a 3. I'll take a pound of scrap leather if he's got it, like just little bits.
Okay. A pound of scrap leather, small crafted bags. How many bags are you looking for specifically?
Excuse me.
Probably like anywhere from 6 to like half a dozen to a dozen.
Okay, for the time that it takes him to make these small bags, which he doesn't really have, most people don't ask for like single attribute bags. You're looking at probably in the ballpark of about 7 or 8 silver.
Sure. Done.
Sure.
Is it going to take time before I have them?
About an hour. In an hour, he'll have it back, and he'll make sure that he has a coil for the band as well. And he'll have all of the separate bits of leather for you set aside.
Okay, and how about small candles and oil for a lamp?
Make sure you guys restock on rations too.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Also, actually, I think candles, oil, vials, and fishing line I can all find in the book.
You should be able to, yes.
So, okay.
If all else fails, remember you can look on Roll20 on that eye in the upper right-hand corner, that italicized eye. You can click that down and click items and category, and it should be able to show you things. If you're looking for specifics like that, it should be under general, is my guess, if it's still there. Goods and services.
Okay.
Yeah, goods and services. And that way it'll show you the weight and the cost of just about everything. This is most of your mundane stuff.
Very good.
Ronan, are you just along for the ride at this point?
I've never really been shopping before, so I'm kind of just taking it all in, like just looking at all the things, and you know, I'd probably ask each of them like what's worth, and I'd probably like, I don't know, I'd probably use one of them to help me just purchase rations and basic stuff like a water pouch.
Okay. So he's got next to nothing. Is somebody going to willingly spend whatever coin they have to compensate?
Yeah, I'll fill in for him.
Okay, sure. He just needs some mundane equipment. He's not even really sure what he needs, but it's likely that he will jump abroad and be like, "What's that? I want it. That's awesome. I want that too." And this is likely something that will continue happening unless you try to guide him in the process and dictate what is most important to him.
So do I put my money at 0, even though it says 90?
Yes. Yeah, you're gonna, because of your tail, unfortunately, you're gonna start with 0 gold, but it seems as if they're gonna be a little bit more lenient here and help you out.
Okay.
Okay. Neff, did you need anything specifically?
No, well, I'm just gonna get a new backpack because mine burned off my back, and a new backpack, bedroll, water skin, rations, and a blanket. And I'm just adding it up right now. I'll just
Perfect. Anything for Donkor?
Yeah, he's just grabbing rations. That's really about it. He grabbed 2 more water skins just so that he's prepared.
It's never a bad thing having enough water skins, especially out in the desert. This place gets hot, and people will dehydrate and die quickly.
Yeah, so that's really about it, and then we just need to figure out I guess whatever's left in the golden platinum bag, because we never went through that.
Okay. Jared?
Other than restocking on shit, which I'm sure won't really matter because I already know I can buy that here. Can I get climbing pittance?
Yes, likely you will be able to. You'll have to find a smith so that they can bring your pittance in. Most of the time, would be at like a traditional general store if you're in Western Galarian, but here it's not as common. You don't have as many rich veins, so they generally have to take everything to a smith. If you're buying anything that's metalworked at all, no traditional general store, you'll have to find a smith.
Okay. Because I was looking to get pittance and fishing line.
Fishing line you'll be able to pick up just on wherever. You might even be able to find it in the Mend, but just along the Sunburst Market you'll be able to pick that up. But hooks and pittance, easy enough. It's going to come at a very, very low cost. Just match whatever's in the rule book and you're good to go.
Cool.
So I'm going to need to actually ask someone for money because I don't have any money on me. I have 20 silver. Which will get me my blanket and my bedroll, but will not. I mean, a backpack? It's saying is 25 gold.
No, that it's probably a stocked backpack. Backpacks are like 2 gold, I believe.
Okay, but yeah, I still don't even have that. Okay.
Yeah, easy enough. So you guys should probably meet up with someone for the consortium, or you should start trying to pawn off your goods.
Yeah, without knowing what's in these bags, I'm sure Abasi needs to know as well. Like, I still have 4 gold, so I can cover her backpack.
Because I have 2 bags of gold, and he's got the platinum and all that.
Sure.
Okay, so.
All right.
So that's one. That's okay.
So based off of your findings, the gold that you found. Inside of the chest, there were 500 gold pieces.
In which chest? The first one that we found?
No, this was the last room.
The one with Hakentepe. Okay.
Yep. You guys bagged everything up to this point, so you've got a few things like a carnelian pendant. You should probably have appraised, unless you guys have appraised yourselves, a series of assorted semi-precious stones.
I have a bunch of those.
There was a ton of copper and silver, and a substantial amount of platinum as well.
Yeah, I have 400 copper coins from that last thing, and I've got the bags of gems. And then I have gold from the first chest, and the gold and platinum from the last chests were split between Donkor and
Zanjafar. So
Zanjafar.
Yeah. So because I have 10 pounds of the gold and platinum, as far as I know.
Okay. When you begin to divvy it out to calculate the grand total of that particular lot, you had the 500 gold pieces. There appears to be 24 platinum. You're looking at around 700 silver and about 1,000 copper.
Okay, so you said how much silver?
700.
And then we said how much gold?
500.
And then 24 platinum pieces?
Correct.
Okay.
That doesn't account for the various pendant, the various gems that you have, anything else that you may have accumulated in that area.
This is just what I have?
No, you guys are essentially
okay.
You guys, you should really have some kind of like party lot of like gold or equipment, because if everybody writes down that they have 700 gold, well, it suddenly stops being 700 gold and it looks a little closer to 3,500 gold.
Well, like I know that I said I took whatever the two of them couldn't take into the chest, but I think they took everything out of that chest except for the 500 old or the 400 old world copper coins and
Yes.
the bag of gems that I took.
You would essentially throw that lot together to determine exactly the value of everything that you've got. From the looks of it, it is a lot. It is a fairly substantial amount, but it's not like you're going to have enough to buy out Wati.
Oh yeah. Well, also I got 2 bags of gold from the room that had the battle plans in it,
Okay. Okay, that's good.
and I have no
news.
idea what were in those 2 bags.
Yeah, I don't know how to divvy up to what we had to Zanjifar. Zanjifar, did you have a 10-pound bag?
I don't even know if I wrote that down.
I thought you took the platinum, and then you and him split the gold.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Is I definitely did take the
I
platinum.
don't think.
because
I think I tried to take the gold, and then you were like, "No."
No, that was for the first
Okay.
chest.
Oh, that was for the first.
Those 2
Yeah.
bags that you found, Jared, in that room, was a bag of 100 gold pieces and a bag that contained 42 silver pieces.
Okay, so
You picked up a few other things as well, such as some scroll tubes, various papyrus records. I think that was actually what we saw coming out of Zanjifar. Yeah, Zanjifar picked up a lot of these things.
How much does gold and platinum weigh?
55 coins equals 1 pound.
Okay. And then would that be the same thing for platinum?
Yes, all coins. They're crafted from the same, basically the same mold. So it's essentially pouring that in. I know that some metals have a various weight, but in this case, it's all going to be minted down. And for the sake of everyone involved, 55 coin in any metal that it's crafted from is about 1
The same
pound.
way. Yeah.
You guys did have a few other things that were a bit harder to appraise the value of. You had a mask, or 2. Some various raw or olden wood tubes. You had nard as well. Only a few people would know the best place to pawn these items off. It's important to note that this is what some people would say is a semi-boring encounter, but unlike most of everything else, when you just assume that you have X amount of gold to spend, this is in and of itself an encounter. You determine how much you can make off of this based off of your successes, the things that you say, how you react to X NPCs. So it's certainly something that I would say is not worth just disregarding, because if you just say, we get half of it, then I'll happily give you half of the amount when you could likely fetch more. Everybody's shopping so intensely.
No, I'm trying to figure out the math of it, bro, because it would have been
Yeah, same.
Abasi took basically whatever is left, like the copper coins, some of the silver coins. Zanjifar would have taken basically the rest of what I didn't.
I'm assuming that Zanjifar likely passed off the coins since he was so injured. Anything that was like tremendous weight for him was not likely. He favored the mask. He also favored a lot of the scroll and papyrus work.
Yeah, and plus I really didn't need money. Like, I was pretty wealthy on my own. Like, being the son of the pharaoh, like, if I needed anything, I just got it. So it was more like I wanted souvenirs, like, in character. I just wanted things to take back to my place to, like, decorate or show off or have as trophies more than anything.
Okay, well then, keeping that in mind, then if we divvy it up that way, then it would have been out of the 10-pound bag, I would have kept 375 gold pieces, the 24 platinum pieces, and then the rest would have then went to Abasi, and then divvy it up to whatever we buy for the rest of everyone else.
yeah. So what else am I carrying then?
Oh, are you asking me?
No, I'm asking Ko.
So you would have been carrying. We had 1,000 copper pieces. We had the 700 silver pieces, and then 125 gold pieces afterwards.
Okay, so I am quickly approaching like an encumbrance issue, I think.
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
just in gold.
Pilakka's just holding out her coin pouch.
she's
Yeah.
looking,
Open towards Abasi.
she
How
wants an
many silver?
allowance. I love it.
So then I just need to know how much Neferani needs, and then
The silver
I
that
want
was
the
in
same
your
as
bag?
he got.
Oh, there we go.
How much did Abasi get? I want the same.
I didn't take any money from him. I took money from the temp or the thing, and I don't want it. I give it to the party.
I believe that that's just the same money.
What?
All the money that came out of the temple is all of our money.
Yes, we're talking about who's physically holding the cash.
you
Right now.
Oh, so you're gonna take, oh,
Yeah,
I was-
that's what we're talking.
Just who's holding it right now, not like who owns
Misty.
what.
Misty knows that, but it sounded like you guys were talking in character. So the Misty kind of want. I mean, I'll take some. I can take some. In and out of character.
I probably can't carry much.
No, I'll just carry you.
Do you
Do
guys
want-
even
want
do you even
another
divvy anything to Ronan at all? Do you give him any money?
No,
We-
he isn't there.
Donkor will.
I
More-
said I'd buy him gear, but I'm not
Give
giving
me
him anything.
give me a couple pretty looking coins, like with some nice faces on it, and then that'll be
Those
good.
really old copper coins I found to be
No.
like, these are important.
And they might be.
It's
So
like,
maybe
I don't
let's
know
not
the-
give them to him.
Right?
I don't know the value of money yet. I mean, like, I'm not dumb. I just don't. I mean, I assume goblins are barters, right? Like they trade items with items, or
You're- are you-
services with
They're like
services.
Jawas? Do you just want a piggyback ride instead?
I mean, I have a hood on and everything. I've got silver eyes sticking out of it. I'm kind of
Civilized,
like
you would see
already.
civilized goblins being more into trading, but when they start understanding the civilized ways, they quickly realize that there is money to be had, and money buys everything. More than just items, it buys favor. It buys protection. Most
Yeah,
goblins aren't as capable as yourself.
Goblins aren't dumb either, so once they figure it out, they figure it out well.
Yeah, this is my first time being around money.
They're just
I
hard
mean-
learners. It takes them a little while to pick it up. However, when it's there, it's like a steel trap, man.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt that in the future I'm gonna be a little greedy goblin. Mine. I
If I-
found it. You
So-
leave it alone.
Well,
I peed on it.
I'm waiting for just a death match between party members in the next dungeon.
we'll do this for now. Since Donkor has the secret compartment in his bag that we've had, where he keeps his gold, he's gonna give Neferani 75 gold pieces and 2 platinum pieces, and then be like, if we need anything else, then don't worry about it.
Wait,
I got you covered.
Is this for me to like buy stuff with?
Yes, this is for you to buy stuff with.
How much did you give me?
I gave you 75 gold pieces and 2 platinum pieces.
How much silver again did I get from that thing, KO?
What was that?
I got the copper and the gold. How much silver did I get from that
You
chest?
likely would have gotten all of it.
So was that 700? Is that what I heard? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't want to put a value in and be like, I swear I heard 700 and he said 10.
because what would have likely happened then is like if Zanjafar did wind up giving us his gold, then I was nearing heavy load and he wouldn't have been able to carry. He would have just been like, "Hey, Abasi, here you go."
Yeah, like, and I'll carry it. He doesn't have any need for it right now. As far as Abasi's concerned, the more he gives to his teammates and the better geared, equipped, and ready they are, the higher percentage chance he has of not getting murdered by tomorrow.
Right, and that
Pretty
wasn't
much.
that wasn't to metagame either. Like Zanjafar in character would never need money. Like that's why I didn't steal anything when you guys were all asleep. I was like, I'm gonna.
Oh, is that how that encounter went? I think you're remembering it a little differently.
He just wanted the mask. No, that's not stealing. He just wanted the mask. It's fine.
But nobody knew that I technically stole it because I won. I got a high roll.
Do you know who knew? The god that was possessing your body.
Stealing? Is it stealing if nobody sees you do it?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Your theft?
Yes, it is.
It's like the standard definition.
It was a
I get it.
prolonged borrowing. It was just,
I'm gonna go to the bank
Is-
and prolonged borrow some fucking cash.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Just tell them I sent you. Just be
That's,
like,
that's called the loan.
Oh, that's fair.
So is everybody getting the same amount? That 72 gold, is that split?
No, it's just what he handed to her.
Yeah, that's just what I.
Oh.
That's just what I handed to her. Likely, Abasi would probably take care of your gold needs, and then Ronan's needs, and then Donkor will probably be like, "All right, well, I don't want anybody stealing this, so this is staying in my secret compartment till we need gold."
So you're gonna give me like just a small pouch of silver?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I was just gonna-
like 10
I was-
coins in a pouch.
I was just gonna wait for you to say I want this and then hand you the money for it. You're lucky that Abasi's a paranoid, scared schizo motherfucker, because
No,
if he was a regular dwarf, that money would disappear.
Yep.
I'm treating this like your dad taking me to like the
It's
candy
your
shop.
allowance. Yeah, you can go on another fucking ride, you jackass.
I'm still holding a like patchwork jingling bag, like drawstring bag with just only a few coins now in it, and just like jingling it in Abasi's face.
Is this how you intend to fight the witches then? And so, oh, get away, I got the whatever, fine. Abasi will hand you 40 gold and be like, just buy whatever you need. What?
So what are you buying your newfound green son?
Well, you don't have anything, so you need a bag for sure.
So a backpack, right?
Yeah,
And
you
then
need a bag for
I
sure.
put 5 rations. I don't know how to delete the dagger, so I'm just gonna put 0 and 0.
Yeah, I just pulled everything off the line.
Yeah, on the
just
bottom
hit,
on the
like,
bottom
the
right
lock
side
button.
of your equipment, there should be a small lock icon, and when you hit that lock, yeah, it'll bring up a little trash can next to it.
Why
You can
Ryu
dumpster
needs to actually bring his glasses to D&D.
Oh, now I can get rid of these empty lines.
Goblins don't wear glasses.
Jared doesn't even know.
I've been saying that. I just delete everything that's in the line when I lost my items. I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
when Bub invited me to this, I was like, all right, well, I don't want to keep bothering him with mundane questions. Let's click around.
Don't worry, the rest of us are idiots.
Well, it's true. I thought you were my brother. So you're my big brother now.
My big brother.
Don't worry about it. That gave me fucking.
Dad gave me fucking.
I'm gonna go grab something real quick. I can't handle this. This is my
Wait.
TOS.
Allowance was the word I couldn't find in my head, but that gave me fucking.
It's okay, little brother. Dad gave me big fucking. It's fine.
No!
Oh,
Bob,
you're
you took
killing me.
something that was terrible, and then you made it criminal.
Oh man, fucking killing me, man.
I thought I was bad.
Don't worry, all the kids in this family are in their 30s.
Make it any better!
They're still dwarves. They're still dwarves. That means they're like 6.
Oh my god.
Well, it was really nice playing.
Why do you think
no,
Abasi doesn't get along with his dad very well?
So I hope you get me
Oh.
out before the ban.
Right. Hey, again, we're not in any bathrooms, so we're fine.
Oh
Perfect.
god, that's what you guys are talking about. It took me a second to like get.
Welcome. Welcome to the streamer zeitgeist, where if you don't know something that happened immediately, it happened like 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
In Twitch Twitch
Yeah.
time, which is earlier today.
Right. I was
There's-
asleep all
there's
day.
already
That's
been-
why it
Yeah.
took a second for it to hit me what you guys were talking about. Bathroom?
There's already amazing memes. It's already there. So
All right, guys, I'm back from Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay,
Now-
real quick.
I wish. Fucking now I want Dunkin' Donuts. God damn it!
Wait.
Will they DoorDash Dunkin' Donuts?
You should look that up because if they do, I'm jealous.
And
Ours
maybe I'll
does
get
not.
another onion and milkshake. Go
Ugh. Oh man.
Hey, I get.
Oh yeah.
I'm a classic LARPer. I gotta pull everything that I'm actually doing into character. Like I'm always.
I love
trying
it.
to
It's
find a way to
perfect.
Pull this in.
So I have a backpack, rations. What else are you buying me? Are you putting a Dunkin' Donuts in the background?
It's a Baskin Robbins. Thank you very much.
Baskin Robbins. I couldn't see.
They usually when you find them together. At
Yeah,
least
usually, or close, or very
How
close.
did
Yeah.
Right. And
It's so true.
in Virginia,
put an
it was
image
the
behind
same. You like went from one counter to the other, and I was like, "This is my fucking dream."
It's in the settings for Zoom. I was doing it every day for the first few the
Yeah, I
sessions.
wondered how you were doing that. I was like, wait, there's
It's,
settings.
it's
in
with
Zoom
his
for
it's
green-
with his green screen, yeah.
I
I
didn't know the
can't- it
Zoom.
doesn't-
Wow, Zoom really up in the.
Yeah, it doesn't work for my Zoom.
Oh my god.
This party was not for the Dunkin'. If only they did, because I would be. Hey, someone clip this. Someone clip this really quickly.
Incoming.
Hi, potential sponsors. We like food. Any food Jared will put behind him, preferably not on fire. So please feed us hungry adventurers today.
Unless you want your business to look like that.
If you don't feed us, the background becomes this.
Yikes.
Your guide to getting sponsors with arson.
Look,
Threatening fire.
Listen, Dunkin' Donuts. I'm just the storyteller. I don't necessarily align myself with their ideals. However, if you're down to sponsor,
However,
Dunkin' Donuts, I'm Canadian and you're not up here. You want to branch into a new country? I'm your fire-loving man. I'll burn down all your competition.
Right, exactly. Tim Hortons in Canada, Dunkin' Donuts in America.
We all have wild imaginations and crippling caffeine addictions.
hey, we have Timmy
not
Hose
wrong.
here.
Oh,
I have,
fucking
I have a Timmy Hose like literally 15 minutes from me.
The amount
They
of shit
jumped
I
the
would do
border
for
at
the
Michigan.
Starbucks sponsorship. There's some pretty filthy things I do for that.
It's true. Actually,
Damn.
I'll start now.
I mean, I already by mistake have my boobs out. I might as well just get some Starbucks out of it. I'm stealing the views for the stream.
that's what it is. That's why our numbers are up this stream.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Misty.
Stop fixing my shirt. We'll keep the views up. This shirt I always forget, and I wear it on stream, and then it stops behaving, and I'm like, fuck. Look, I can see my boobs, and then I have to fix it.
If I had cleavage, you couldn't see it anyway.
Because your
Under
beard?
my beard.
I should get a beard, and then I can just be like,
Yeah.
steal your views. Like, I can flip it up and steal views.
Yeah.
And then when it's good, plateaus, I can, like, put it back down.
It's just an automated beard that moves while you're playing on its own, depending on view count.
You have a foot pedal for that, right?
Just automates a fan to blow it up.
It's just mounted. It's just underneath your keyboard, like right there, and you turn it on.
That's
Perfect.
too good.
See, there would have been body paint and Neferani and me at 20,000 for St. Jude, but no one wanted it.
Oh my god, it reminds me of another streamer. What I can't remember his
Sean?
name.
Thank
It's no, it's the fan. I think it's Italian Stallion. Is his
Oh
name?
my god.
Wow.
He
That
has
really-
The French stallion.
the French Stallion. Yeah.
French Stallion.
Stallion.
Where he has the fan and it just blows his mouth open. You just have that, except it just blows the beard right up into your face. Oh man, that would be wonderful.
That's
No,
literally,
Steve.
that's
Yeah,
literally me
Steve
taking my
does
kids late to school. One day down.
Oh, it's true. It's that you just stick a bunch of streamers in a room together and this is what happens.
Like, how did we get here? You put 6 intense personalities in that do this for a living, and we're gonna talk about really fucked up shit if nobody goes, oh my god, hey, the game, remember the game?
Yeah, we cycle back around.
If we don't get the game, I'm gonna bust out some fucking weird ass shit, man. I'm gonna come back here in a onesie.
I feel like once
I can do that right now.
I feel like once every not on a Tuesday, but once every I don't know, couple months we need like a game night.
It's just like a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. My
Rust
my
or
feelings wouldn't be hurt.
WoW or-
Count me in, man. I'm already
or-
cosplaying.
oh no! Or Patreon. Your Patreon can vote on what game we have to play. Like
that would be perfect.
like Overcooked 2.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing with this group.
Like I'm already having some triggers back because the last time I played, my wife was drunk and she just yelled at me because she thought I was mismaking hamburgers. She's like, "Why are you running into the fucking wall?" It's like, "That's you! It's you! You're running into the wall! I'm dicing tomatoes!" And she's like, "Oh, it is me. Sorry."
That sounds like your wife, actually. Yeah.
I fucking love that game with the fire of everything because it's so frenetic and just like that. Like it's kind of like a friendshp ender, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Or builder.
I've
is what I
set
meant.
up these assholes. It's time to knock them down.
Let us break what we've constructed. Perfect. Every
Think of all
time.
the views I'm gonna get when I post this on Reddit. Watch me destroy 5 other streamers in Overcooked.
Lord. It happens like that, though. We'll talk about it in the future. But for now, I think everybody's bought everything that they need, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I still don't have any armor.
I still don't know what I have in my inventory.
You have a backpack.
Backpack
Likely
rations.
a bedroll.
Ooh,
You will
bedroll.
probably also have a water skin.
I couldn't find that on the compendium.
It's in goods and services.
Yeah, or you could just type in water skin.
It didn't come up. It says results for water skin. There were no matches.
Yeah, you have to look up goods and services. When you look up goods and
Interesting.
services, there's a much larger breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
Water skin is in there.
Comfort and shelter, hunting and fishing,
Oh,
outdoor
okay.
miscellaneous gear, food
Yeah.
and drink.
Ah, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Something that you would notice right away, Ronan, is that this place is fucking hot. It is disgustingly hot. You sweat from the places that you didn't know existed on your body, and you're constantly thirsty. Cheese is great until you're suddenly thirsty, which is almost all the time.
Yeah.
So you have to balance out your love for cheese in the game and the necessity of water.
Are you trying to cheese shame me right now?
I'm not. I'm not. Just supporting the idea. So, you get some of the necessities that you have, throw it over to Jared about whatever the cost is going to be so he can deduct the gold well enough, or whatever the cost is. And moving forward, Jared, you wanted to see as to getting your armor fixed, correct?
Yes.
Now, your armor's not damaged. The metal's not damaged, right? It's just the straps.
The straps were damaged, so we're figuring out whether I should repair the scale mail or see if somebody's got something that'll defend me so that I actually have the AC to match the barbarian or the bard.
Okay. What are you hoping to find?
I don't know. I actually don't even know what I would look for as far as armor is concerned.
Well, there's a couple of things that you can do. Inside of the compendium, we should see armors.
It is 2 sections. I'm scared. I'm gonna go in the first one.
All right. In the medium armor section, you went with scale, just because of cost more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
What is your dex bonus?
Oh my god, I can't move the scale mail thing. My dex bonus is I have a modifier of 1.
Okay, so you are not a very dexterous individual. Okay, so the things that you could probably swing, if you got, for instance, breastplate. Breastplate's a bit more expensive. It's 200 gold, but it will give you a +6 to your AC. It will also be a -4 on armor check penalty. If you decide to go with heavy armor, you can go down the route of splint mail, banded mail, half plate, or full plate. There are some special armors that you can pick up, but they are a bit more rare in the area. A lot of these things would likely be brought in by boat and then mended to the people. What's your cost? What are you looking to get?
I'll probably just repair the existing scale mail just because I know that it's a lot of money for the party and where we haven't exactly made a big purchase yet. It would be kind of weird to be like, oh yeah, hey, the goblin who's like, you know, he's got his sword and he's got his little studded leather and I hope he's got a water skin and fuck it, he's good enough.
Sure. In order to repair it, you should just drop it off to the blacksmith. The leather straps themselves, they have in a ridiculous amount. It should be easy enough for them to replace it, but they have to do some work to the metal itself because it's not just as simple as a stitch job.
Yeah.
They tell you that it's going to take, at this point, probably about an hour's time, and
Okay.
you should be able to pick it up. It'll cost you about 4 or 5 gold. It's relatively inexpensive.
Cool. I will do that then.
Okay. Anything else from anybody?
What? Do I get penalized for not sleeping on a bedroll as a
No.
goblin?
No, you don't.
Yeah, then I'm gonna forfeit the bedroll.
Bedroll's not bad, but generally, like if you're dealing with extreme weather conditions, the bedroll is helpful.
It's cold at night in the desert, dude.
It can, yes. Also, you can use the bedroll as a multifaceted tool. If you happen to break it down for anything, you can also use it for like fire, for wrappings, trying to hold somebody down if you need to. There's a number of things that you can use it for.
Yeah,
Remember,
I just can't carry much because like
Sure.
I'm already at like close to over my light load.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I get a bedroll, I'd probably give it to somebody with a lot of carry weight, which I think is Jared, right?
if he'll carry it for you.
Hey, dwarf man, would you carry my bed?
That's not a question you hear every day. At all, actually.
Don't joke on that one.
I just want to be battle ready in case there's more birds.
I do have a hate for birds.
I hate this one time. This bird picked me up, carried me like pretty far away. It hurt going down, but the bird hurt more when I stabbed it in the neck.
Also, look at that, Pilakka. He's already ready to fight your entire coven on his own.
He said she doesn't fly, so we're good.
It will take more than him, but he's a start. Ferocious.
Well, of all the things that have tried to kill me lately, I'm the least scared of your coven. You know that.
Then you are a fool. And then I'm
Also,
gonna.
a paladin? Magic bounces off me like nobody's business.
While he's talking, I'm gonna turn away from him and walk away. And
It bounces off
Oh,
of
you see, it's working right now. She bounced right off me.
It bounces right off
Oh
of
my
him
God.
and into his eye.
It just dawned on me that
That was a spear.
he might actually love this area because there, just to the west, there are fairly prolific emu farms.
Ooh.
You don't like flying birds, and that's a whole ranch in the desert of non-flying birds.
Dude, I could
Oh,
ride
hey.
them like a chocobo.
You
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You
Hey
could.
guys, we're getting our mounts. Level 40.
We got early access, so we get free riding mounts.
We're just gonna pull on up and be like, sup.
That was my pre-order
I'm gonna
bonus.
I'm gonna put spinners. I'm gonna put spinners on my emo.
I hope you don't.
Put spinners on my emo?
On my emu.
Dude, you gotta put in like bike fucking handlebars that just come off the back of them.
Dude,
Yeah.
like
What if I
chopper
get my
bars.
emu Hot Topic? Is it an emu?
Emo.
It's a very
Are-
sad black emu with like hair over its eye.
Yes, it looks like Adam Lambert.
God damn it.
One of
I
those.
want to try to find another abandoned alleyway. This time just for me.
Wow.
Sure. Okay.
You won't even share your abandoned alleyways with us anymore?
No, I need a
Given-
little bit of me time.
Given that you've been in the Sunburst Market, there's not really much in the way of an abandoned alley, and people starting to flourish in amount. You will likely find that they have some areas that are known for like cargoes, like holds, but not really any back alleys. It's lots of tents and small like shanty buildings that have been created here.
I like Alligator's question. How much rep does he have to blow to get our
Okay.
goblin a riding mode?
You know, this is a bad enough idea to try to discharge a wild magic in the middle of a crowded market. So, never mind. Or test
Still,
for
it's,
wild magic.
it's still early enough. If you wanted to try, you could. You just have to go to an area that, you could technically just open it up right here, right in the middle of the road.
By it, do you mean like a volcano? Because that might happen.
It's a
I don't
possibility.
think I'm prepared for that.
It's a possibility.
I don't think I'm prepared for that.
Okay.
So I'm just, man, but I really want to cast Detect Magic and see if there's anything cool in this market.
Does he risk it for the biscuit?
Fuck it.
That's such a big risk because you never know when I just end the world or something, or
Yo.
suddenly make myself 400 pounds.
This is the
Real
small price to pay for greatness. Let's go.
Let's see.
Combat trained emu mount is 30 gold.
Yo.
I don't like the fact that now Karami is telling me to do it. That makes me very nervous.
Fuck it. Small price for greatness. Let's go.
We're not
All
near
right.
him. It's not my problem.
Dude, it's got 2 attacks.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
You cast Detect Magic? Okay. Very good. All right. The moment that you cast Detect Magic, I need you to not worry about wild magic whatsoever.
God.
Turbo Wars put in his wild magic specifically to target the first spell cast in the game. However, Karami swore it off with his wild magic for the month.
Yes, Karami, thank you.
They counter it off.
Unsurprising that Turbo would try and put a penis in the bird. Very happy Karami was here.
What?
Perfect.
Again?
Whoosh?
Again.
Someone say whoosh?
Every time.
If only my
Let's see.
You're on an emu farm. Do not say whoosh.
Oh god.
Like, if only you could hear that.
Hear what?
My soundboard. I need it.
Oh.
Oh.
So some of the things that you would find here. Let's see. Taking a look to see if there is any kind of list.
Duke Cubes is asking a very, very relevant question. I would just like to point out.
How
There
much
turns out they're really cheap.
rep to buy combat trained emus for the group? Well, they have a challenge rating, and when you start buying multiple, that increases the challenge rating because it becomes a group challenge. So it's something that I would have to work on. Just note that the first substantial boss would turn them into chicken fingers. Real easy.
I like the
Still worth it until then. Yeah, right? And that's just rations.
Dude, this ration. It's
It's
two
a
birds,
turn the
birds,
boss had to
no.
spend killing the birds and not us, dude. And then we rob him for more gold than the birds were worth. 100%.
Pilakka's gonna be sitting there working on her special blend of herbs and spices while she's riding it. Just like lathering up its neck with spices.
Like butter.
pre-marinating the birds for when they die.
Everybody hops off at the big bad guy's cave and she's just like, hup, and just roasts it right there.
Can I get some spray butter at one of those corrals? and just give
Lord.
her a little squirt?
I'm gonna need some sriracha and some other hot sauce.
Cholula.
Cholula.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my
But
shit.
not a chola because
Can
of
I?
the flip-flop,
Yeah.
right?
A little. I think that's a chancla. Chancla's a
Chancla.
flip flop.
Chancla.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can I get perceptions, please, from everybody?
I just rolled a 19 on my physical die. Does that count?
Just got my own beard hair in my mouth.
Does that not happen a lot?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why? Wow, my rolls.
You're the one who brought it up. No kidding. Perception.
I'm gonna re-roll my perception because why not?
Yeah, you guys have the rolls. May as well.
There you
I
go.
think I want to.
Oh yeah.
Hey! Yo, thanks, Turbo Wiz.
17's pretty nice.
17's not bad.
I noticed the molecules on the ground.
You discover molecules at this point.
Neferani. Even or odd in your favor?
Whoa.
Even.
Odd.
We always go on.
No, you always go on.
Always go on.
Neferani, Pilakka, and Abasi. You'll note from the Sunshine Market that there are a few people that seem to be watching you. They seem to be fairly close together. The others don't notice as much, bear in mind, but the three of you notice that there is particularly a group that is watching you. You say anything about
What
it,
do
you
they-
do anything.
Are what race are they? Like, what do they look like? That's maybe fucked up to ask. What do they look like?
Are they Tengu? Because he's already attacking them.
Yeah, I'm worried about birds.
Are they Palmet? Because he's preparing to attack them.
They're moving on my nest.
And if they're elves, he's already killed them.
Don't kill the
Let's see,
elves.
so Abasi, Pilakka, and Neferani. They're halflings, actually.
I am going to immediately elbow Donkor and motion
Dirty.
in the direction of them, like kind of like without turning and looking. Like,
Halflings in this area.
Donkor's gonna be like, and your point?
I know that I'm stunning and beautiful, but most people don't stare that intently.
Are they common in this area or no?
Halflings are common in the area to a degree, but most of them are slaves. They're slaves for the worst kind of reasons. Don't want to talk about those particular kind of reasons, but slaves in this area, you either have, as far as little people go, you've got the gnomish. The gnomish are generally a lot that are seen as artisans, as artificers. They are archivers. They're magical. They tend to deal out in a variety of things. But when you peer to halflings, they are taken as prizes. These halflings, however, that's not the case. They're riddled with a variety of scars. They're not trying to hide whatsoever. It's just harder to spot them in an audience.
Oh god, it's leper gnomes.
So
Leper halfling.
So do they look anything out of the ordinary? I'm not trying to look around.
they look completely out of the ordinary.
It was more to Abasi.
That's me answering. They look
That would be Abasi's response. Like,
so far out of the ordinary.
I'm not from here, and that don't look normal. I thought you lived here.
Well, I'm not exactly looking because, well, I don't want to bring attention to us.
Well, they're bringing attention to us. Look at him. He's got. You ever seen children? They got that mile-long stare. He won't stop looking.
So then what do you suggest we do? Do we ask them a question? I do have an axe.
The joke, like 4 sessions in the making. I love it.
I was not ready. Impressed. I am so impressed by the patience.
That's quality right there.
This is where Ronan walks out on the party.
As you continue to watch on, Neferani, you notice that people sort of avoid them. The others may see them, but you notice that people are particularly going out of their way to avoid them.
That makes me sad.
Give me a knowledge local. The two of you that are from here that succeeded.
So
Are they
14
turning into rocks?
plus my? Is it 14 plus my class bonus?
It should be
Oh,
plus
or
your
is there
level.
Part of it. Oh, it says +1 bard. In the
Oh,
notes.
okay, gotcha. Then it's probably at 1.5. So even then, going to grant you the bonus. It's putting it at 15 or 16. So let's see. Did you describe to him that they're halflings?
oh, me, I showed him.
Oh, so you technically did see them. Give me a
Because
knowledge
I elbowed
local.
him and went,
Donkor. That's
My rolls are terrible today.
Yeah.
Alright,
You roll one more time, maybe?
I'm waiting for him to look back at Abasi and go, they're children.
no.
Neferani, you broke 15. And the only thing that I can say to you is that yeah, you've actually heard of these guys. You don't know what their name is, but there is a bit of a tale that goes around about a group of halflings that are a bit more rambunctious. They are not to be seen as slaves or treated as such. You don't know what they're called, but they're not particularly nice guys.
It's the Lollipop Guild. And they're here to break knees, dude.
Are they just like blatantly staring at us?
They are.
So I'm just gonna
Neferani, give me a wisdom. This is a memory test. Very good. I set the DC at 15. You recognize one that seems to be prominently staring at your party directly at you. You recognize him because on stage with Seti the Crocodile, he was 3 down from you.
Hey everyone. He went into the tombs with us. And I'm going to not say it very loud, but I am going to point at him. Directly at him.
He is one from the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to know there were more survivors.
Is it though?
Y'all look at him, it might not be true.
He doesn't look like he likes us. And I, as someone who very much likes to be around people who like her, I don't know. Maybe he does like us. He just doesn't look. He looks. I'm not getting the warm and fuzzies here.
As you're saying this, dictating what it is that you're doing, before you even get anything out, Pilakka, you notice that the one that you saw on stage, 3 down from you, he begins to walk, and in a paused break, there's 2 more that seem to follow. And then behind them, 3. They formed almost like the flying V. And they're moving in your direction.
I am bravely perusing good.
Okay.
I don't have any armor on, so
Perceptions, please, from Neferani, from Donkor, Abasi, and Ronan.
Reroll number 2.
Reroll number 1.
All right. That's my third one. My rolls are terrible today.
Okay. Ronan, Donkor, and Neferani. As you peer on, you see to the side, about 5-6 feet away, people are trying to amble very closely to them now. And as you watch on, there is a pack of dogs that are walking with them. They're walking in a single file line, matching the pace of the one at the front of the pack.
are we in a circus trick?
No, but I think they're coming after us. For whatever reason.
Do you say anything to the others, those that are not aware? Do you say anything to Abasi particularly, or to Pilakka, who is just ambling through some of the goods? By the way, yes, Pilakka, you would have seen that there are some more rare or magical bits of equipment that are scattered amidst the bazaar.
Would I know this from me fighting a lot, and obviously being a goblin and raiding quite a bit? Would I know, like, because they're in a certain formation, that they're getting ready to attack? I mean,
not necessarily. You know that in tribes, in groups like this, they tend to allow and elect the leader to move first, making the decisions for the group. But because none of them have drawn weapons, they don't seem immediately hostile. Just a little mean and intimidating.
right, yeah.
Don't goblins also hate dogs?
Goblins tend to not like dogs unless they are goblin dogs.
Yeah, which are ugly.
They're
Way different looking dogs,
they're
yeah.
like gigantic, long-limbed, naked rats.
Flea bitten to shit.
Yeah, Donkor is gonna go to Pilakka and just say,
I'd best, keep a spell at the ready or something, because I'm not sure if they're coming to either attack us or those, by them I mean those halflings over there, or if they're coming to ask us a question. It's very ominous. I'm not exactly sure I trust them at the moment.
I'm gonna walk towards the front of the group and then just I probably would have asked to buy. Is there something like a holster for a greatsword to put on my back? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it would be
I
a
can look
friction
up.
sheath.
A friction sheath. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that'll be the name in this game, but
I'm a little
Yeah,
curious to know, how are you donning a medium-sized greatsword to your back?
Yeah, I don't know. Sideways, I guess.
You guys are going to have to come up with a creative way for him to wield this weapon, at least in a normal fashion.
well, he would look awkward because of the weighting of the weapon.
Oh, totally.
Like his hilt would go sideways and stick just a little bit out, but the blade would be like way the fuck over there.
Yeah, he's going to be taking people off at the
Let me
ankles.
see if I can
Yeah.
find an image.
Well, I feel like, I mean, obviously not right now, and this is a little metagame, but afterwards, I feel like Neferani would completely and totally be game to like rig up something where you could just grab it from the back of her. And like, I think that would be amazing. And I feel like that would be something that I would do in character. So
Also, any of the shops in the local proximity selling armor that looks like it would fit me?
Immediately?
Just in the general area, do I see anything that looks like it would fit me that a shop is selling?
You could find a leatherworker that would immediately equip you.
If they're on the way over, I just want to be like, can I just try that? I want to see if that fits. Can I try those straps on? They look a little like it wouldn't my frame not being human in a lot.
Donning armor on in a hasty manner is a slow process. It takes several minutes, to be honest. Luckily, if it just drapes over shoulder and connects at the side, depending on the type of armor that you have via buckle, or if it's another fashion, it can take a few rounds. But if you're going down the route of like full plate mail, that can take a long fucking time to don.
Well, I just figured if there was armor that looked similar in quality to my old armor or better around that I could get on in the next couple of moments, I figure they're not looking like they're about to run over and attack us. But if shit goes bad, I'd like to be in armor. If Donkor buys me some time talking to them or whatever, it's better than being naked.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you would likely find that there is a vendor, a leather worker that will aptly equip you. He's going to charge you for it.
For trying it on?
If they're, well, that's the thing is like, you can try it on, but they're not going to offer you something they don't think is going to fit you. Especially if it's something that he's made himself. They're not going to be like, you look like a size 6. Yeah. Let's try it out.
We got one in the bag. Tony.
Sorry.